We're having a masterclass on this week's edition of Art House as Nigeria's living legends exhibit. Then we move to another class which represents the future and see what they do with their hands. We have that and more on this week's episode of Art House. Great to have you join us. I'm Melinda Akinlami.
The writer is the visionary of his people. He anticipates, he warns. An artist should be able to use anything around him to create good.
To commemorate the 25th anniversary of My Dream Gallery, an exhibition of the masters was done, and they had a special guest grace the occasion in Lagos.
It's not every day you hear that Nigeria's art masters will be gathered in a room. So even distinguished personalities such as the Vice President, Professor Osinbajo, does not want to be told about it. He came to the Desiderata in Lagos, the venue of the exhibition, to see things for himself.
The Masters exhibition is actually exhibition of Nigerian artists who've been on for some time, whose proven track has become so well known, whose work have given the promise that these people are thoroughly dedicated to art and they're not going to be moved to anything else other than just develop that art. It also talks about certain iconographic affects that the works have created. You can look at their work and say, oh, this is this person, also this is Nigeria. So the exhibition announces that we have actually arrived at the 21st century world art.
This event is organized in honor of My Dream Gallery's 25th anniversary. It's a place that's no stranger to Nigeria's art history, considering the fact that they stood the test of time during the teething period of Nigeria's art scene.
25 years ago when I started this, the masters we're celebrating today were young artists or middle-aged artists who, despite the challenges, had remained focused, had steered the course, had dignified, the profession. And regardless of the challenges, they were focused, they were going somewhere. And I thought, what better way to commemorate our 25th anniversary than to celebrate these great people who have done so much and made it so easy for the generation of artists we have today.
The roll call list includes 12 icons, and for those who are no longer with us, their works speak volumes about the impacts they made on the art scene while they were alive and the platform they have laid for generations.
They have come out with their different signatures, which you now see. There's variety, and that is what is important. You don't see anyone that is copying any other person. Each work is original concept, and it's from a thought and inspiration of one person, and the other person is thinking along another thing. It talks about innovation, innovating ideas, creating materials that have become contemporary.
I don't know how to describe them. Compared with them all, I'm just like a little rat. I'm just like someone who was just beginning.
I feel so grateful and happy to be here today because there are a lot of my friends that I've seen for a long time. It's like a reunion of the old artists that we have met long time ago and we are meeting today. Some are over 20 years, some are about 25 years, but it's a grateful event for me to be able to meet most of my friends today. I'm delighted, and to be among the masters in Nigeria.
It's blessed, you know, for every one of us to be able to know how much we have gone and how much we contributed.
When they put together a collection of work that they title the master's work, you know it is at the very top of the scale of artistic expressions. And that is where, fortunately, David Dale was a student of Bruce at St. Gregory's College in an art class. And David Dale also taught art to our students of architecture at the University of Lagos. So that tells you the pedigree of his work and the pedigree of the man who taught him. That they could both exhibit together in the same panel says a lot about their achievements and their work.
The masters are those who have paid their dues. Let me just put it like that. They are those that have been around for so long. They've made tremendous contributions in their profession, in their studio practice, and they've succeeded in putting Nigeria, in the global limelight. To qualify to be a master, it's no mean feat, because those who coined that name are the artists themselves, who says that these are, the masters. And I'm glad to be counted, as one of them. Incidentally, I'm the youngest of them, and I'm 70. So you can imagine, some of them have been mentors to me. Some of them cleared the path upon which a lot of us, have passed through. And we have also succeeded in clearing the path, for those who are, who are coming behind. So it's a good thing that they are being celebrated today.
Putting this event together was not a walk in the park for the gallery's founder, Mrs. Simidele Adesoya. It took months of planning and meeting the men and women being celebrated here. Each of them had to vet the works that made it to these walls, but eventually visions aligned.
I was troubled by the way artists were treated. Their works were not held. People did not really appreciate their talent, and the profession wasn't held in high regard. So I thought we could, change things around. And it wasn't easy because it wasn't the days of social media. So networking was a big challenge. And our vision was, we knew what we wanted to achieve. We wanted to create an awareness of the arts. We wanted people to appreciate the artist's talent. We wanted art to be seen as a store, for it to be a store of value. You could invest in art.
Brilliant. I mean, don't forget a person like Professor Grillo. For him to still be painting, I think we have to give credit to the organizers, because there must be some kind of pressure on him. Abayomi Baba, the same. David Dale, with all the challenges, is still working. And then she succeeded in getting a space that is amazing. The display is incredible. The lighting, everything here is just perfect. It's the way that we would have wanted it. So it's for me, I'm just so delighted that this is happening. And we just pray that we'll have more of this.
When we started, we never bothered to look for money because we concentrated on art. And that's why we are able to invent and bring out so many things, because in Osogbo we have several artists, but every artist try to be individual, try to invent his own style, to be different from each other. So this is why I, try to look for a medium, and this is a medium that I think I have invented. And this is why they have to look for something different. They don't need to copy art or other art. They need to make sure that they concentrate on their artwork and have good exhibition. That will give them more fame than looking for money. After some time, when they are known, it is then the proceeds will continue coming in.
For the young masters, my only advice is don't think of money first. Work hard, you make a name. There's so much in a hurry to make money, but money will come and you'll be tired.
The creativity of the artworks displayed is not in doubt, but the fact that these masters define what it means to be an African and an artist is what has written their names in gold.